JK. Okay, real talk, guys. We're here for Contender. Contender? Maybe Archon? Content? What the hell is going on, dude? Okay, guys, give me a second, guys. I'm almost ready. This is season 29. So that's pretty cool. We have 61 teams signed up, though not all will make it. My goal. Wait, is this season 28? I thought it was season 29. Am I stupid? Did I just start with saying it's 29 instead of 28? Yep. I'm apparently I'm already into summer's already over in my world apparently. So anyways, we're going to be doing Contender, maybe Archon, most likely only Contender. This will be up on YouTube. That's why I told nobody. I'm going to try to make this fast. If this is your first time seeing Contender content or any content, there's a lot of content out there, especially specifically when the season starts. People really dive deep into teams. I'm not going to dive deep. I'm just going to say a few things, and hopefully that's good enough. My target's kind of 20 minutes. I wanted to try to be short, concise. Sometimes it lasts longer. But listen, there's going to be 2-hour content out there, guys. I don't need to add to another 2 hours on similar opinions. I could just give you my unbiased, ill-informed opinion. There you go, ill-informed. That seems like a really good word to use. And if you're watching, well, people tend not to watch the Twitch because I don't announce it. I kind of hide it. YouTube, leave a comment, send me a DM. Also, before we start, Fireside Chat, DM me if you want to be a guest. I have one episode. It's on my YouTube channel. Fireman. You could search Fireman AD2L. My name pops up. I have it below as well on my Twitch. If you happen to be here, DM me, send me a message. I'm Fireman. Let me know if you would be interested. Everybody's welcome. I need to get back, start doing it. New season, time to bring people to light. Anyways, we got Contender here, season 28 Contender League. I had this staring in my eyes, guys. Staring in my eyes as I said season 29. Contender has 15 teams signed up. Potentially 16. There is a 16th team I know about. Sometimes teams drop out last second. Sometimes teams add on. So we can find kind of what happens here. Rice Bros. We'll quickly talk about them. They have a couple of guys that are suspicious. This JD guy, I'm not going to open up their whole entire team. JD does not play ranked. Apparently he's a first round pick in AD2L. He's actually a divine player. And he only plays ranked. He doesn't really play ranked. He's, long story short, Smurf. Big time Smurf. He's, they'll have to find a replacement for him. If not, see you later. So, yeah, Rice Bros. Boom. We have a team gone. Dude, what's in my paint? Well, that's me. I should almost get a notepad going on, guys. Notepad! Fireman. Week 1 predictions. There we go, guys. We're going to be very legit here. Not going to do an Excel sheet or a constant spreadsheet because that's a lot of work. PSGS. I have another issue with this team. Guys, I already did the first team. Now I'm on to the second team. What's the issue? This guy. He's Archon 3. Listen. A suspicious account. Did he not play for 6-7 months? He did play a lot of Dota, so this could be... He could be a legit Archon. Did he take 6-7 months off? I'd like to see him. I'd like to see proof that and see these past games. I think that's pretty important. I definitely question it if I was playing against him. Um, looks like he's a carry player, and you know what? He's kind of does. He's been winning games. These are actually pretty good games lately. He's played only lost the gyro game. He could be. I could 100% believe he is Archon. My only issue is he just started playing again, like a week ago. So I'll be very curious. Either he hit his Dota buff, or he stopped playing. I'd like to know, or he's a person using someone else's account, which is also a thing. Unsure though. Unsure. I'd love to know. Everybody else on this team seems regular, except for I think this is the second account. Nope, no. We're out on a witch hunt. This guy, Tythalon. Though I think he is a Crusader, but all his games are a month ago, and all he did is play Lycan. Is this also a second account? Does he have an account? I would love to know. I kind of question this account as well, though he probably is a Crusader. But you know, why are we bringing these accounts? So he came back for a month just to play Lycan and win every single game, basically. Though to be fair, you know, you didn't do that well in every single game. But I'd be very, very, very curious. Maybe I don't think either of them are Smurfs, but they're very questionable accounts. Both of them. So this team, kind of Archon team, if they're not Smurfs, I don't know how good they'll do. I think they're like an average team. Red 5 standing by. Uh, Classic team has been playing the last few seasons. They did uh, win against Silver Breakfast Pandas in season 26. They were contender winners. They did make a change though. They took on Arno because their team, one of their members had to leave for a season. So Arno has joined their team. We'll see how well they did. Last season, uh, they lost to Petting Zoo Rejects 2-0. They actually even have a rematch this week. I think this team is a top 4 team. I think they're a pretty good team. Last season I thought they're top 4. I think they can maintain top 4. I don't think Arno joining makes their team worse or better. I think it's just a replacement. Bunch of nice guys. Dr. Geo does content Excel sheets. I can't wait for him because I will 100% use them. Go to AD2L content channel, guys. It is awesome. People do Excel sheets. I love it. Petting Zoo Rejects, a staple. Look how many seasons they've been playing for many seasons. Some of these guys used to be on Resulted Oriented Thinkers, kind of, or HDYK. They've been playing since season 24. This team, I feel, likes long games. They're just a standard team. If I click them, they've just been playing a lot. They play on their Thursdays. Some of them play a lot. They're pretty enjoyable guys. Archon Legends. You know what? They can win. They can lose. They're okay. The Petting Zoo, you know, they play their AD2L games, and they have a fun time. Same 5 guys will be playing again. Is there a? I wish there was a stat to see how long all their games were. But they tend to have longer games. They lost to Drugs and Dota, who lost in the grand finals 3-0 to Resulted Oriented Thinkers. But they're just a good team. 6-9, 64. They're fun. I love seeing teams come back, guys. This shows you AD2L is awesome. Petting Zoo, Red 5 standing by. Here's another team I'm having issue. Number 4. It's my first time. New team. Okay, you see Legend 3 here. Unless it's something changed. Who right here. His Dodo Beth is off. He has 140 games, 56% win rate. His last games were 2017. I don't know if it's his Dota buff or what. I don't know if it's a friend that has this account and gave it to him. Apparently, his last games were 2017. So I really question this account. I think a lot of people should. He played like 6, 7 games this summer, and I don't know if that's because he had Dota buff on or off or what. But this account has very few games. Turns on, turns off. I do not trust this account at the moment. I would like to see more information. Also, this MMR suggests he could be a higher medal. I don't even know his medal at this point. So at the moment, sir, your team can't play unless if he shows his account, maybe he's lower. That MMR suggests Legend 4, Legend 5. He will be allowed to play. None of these games scream huge smurf to me. However, he could have got better in 2 years, and he might not be contender level player anymore. Then we have this other guy on their last game's 2015. I always question why people turn off their Dota buffs, but as you can see, he has not played since September 2015. Uh, there's no information, no medals on this guy. Have no idea uh, about him, but right now this team is not legal to play. So I can't make a prediction on these guys besides they might forfeit. So get your act together, guys. Thank you. Rotors of Rohan. First off, I like the name. Some common names on this team. We have Zykor coming again. He goes intermediate contender. He's been on a few seasons. Propaganda. He was on D&D last season. So okay, so he's a pretty good support. I think. I don't think he's really. I'm shocked he's Archon 2, to be honest. I think he's better than that. Obelisk will be going back to carry. He played support and intermediate last season. Um, he's okay. He's a standard carry. He's not gonna really carry you in Dota games. He's just gonna be a steady person in your game. He's just gonna kind of be there. I don't really think this team will win. I think this team is kind of like OG in 2018. Like everything has to fall out right. I just don't see them doing amazingly. Maybe this guy does amazing. These games don't impress me that much. Uh, it's been losing some games, that's for sure. I just don't know. I think this team's probably midish tier. I think is Zykor playing pause 3 on this team? Zykor plays pause 3. I think this team has a chance. I think Zykor's a pretty good 3 position. So yeah, it looks like he's had a couple 3 games. And Party played Medusa. We'll kind of see. He's like a 3 and 4. I think this guy plays a lot of games, and I think he's pretty good. And I think he can carry games from the off lane if he's playing pause 3. Savage Sabers returning. Not everybody is on their team. Daddy Odin left, but some of the team is still there. I don't know how well this team will do. I think this team will be kind of more bottomish. And AD2L, I could be wrong. They could be, with the experience they have, they could be better. But just kind of glancing at their ranks, I see low end results. And people can prove me wrong. So, if I listen, someone has to be at the bottom. Extra knives. Believe it or not, I have 2 plastic knives I'm holding right now, and they're extra knives. This team used to be extra lives as well. It's actually kind of funny. I've been playing with 2 knives. I wish I could show you, but I don't have a camera anymore. They've been playing. since season 25. They were extra lives, led by Dan. Sharky joining them. They still got Carlos, you know. It'll be very, very interesting. This team could surprise, do really well, or not do very well. Uh, I'd love to know if he turned Dota buff off, but it's kind of weird bringing it back in April. Possibly this player took a long break because normally you see him in the last week or two turning on. This guy turned on back in April, so possibly a long break. I have no idea how good this guy is. He could be the next coming. And this person, how good are they? Just standard gamer. Looks like he plays a lot of core, maybe mid, maybe off lane. I don't know. These two are new additions. They are, I believe, two new additions. They look pretty okay. I think this team would be in the top half. I think Dan is a pretty good captain, has a good idea of Dota. I think Sharky's a really good pos 5. The question mark, honestly, is going to be on their core. 3 cores. And how good they will do. I hope everybody's keeping track of this. Fellowship of the Ping, teams back, all 5 of them. Once again, JoJo, the best looking captain in AD2L, currently is still captain. JoJo, highest courier kills in the league, will die for the courier, even if it's delivered its items. Probably the second best looking player in the AD2L Discord after myself, obviously. You know what? He plays 4. He plays Dota. He likes it. Crusader 3, he's definitely better than that. I swear to God, he memes. He also goes meme hammer on Axe, so watch out. The rest of the players, you know, they're pretty standard. I will say, this roster, top 4 possibly. They could win it all. They could also bum out in like the bottom 8. They could be like an 8th or 9th place team. They could be a 10th place team. You don't really know. You don't know what kind of mindset their team is in until the season starts. Now this is my favorite to win it all. WSS Kobolds. Why? Why Fireman? Why do you think that? Okay, Gambit, captain last season intermediate. Revamp, captain last season intermediate. Darth here. Darth, player that's been looking intermediate. Very just a standard player here. Look at this man go. Look at these games. He's not feeding in these 5-man. Dude, this team, he's been fiending support. Look at him not die. That's all you need to know. Darth, good player. Actually, I want to look a little more deeper into his stats, though. That's okay, everybody. Okay, last time he was on a team. Okay. Well, not much information there. Just seems like a really good support. So you already have 2 captains from last season from intermediate coming down to contender. And I will say, Revamp, really, really good player. Beat him in a pub, though, just saying, you know. But Darth, good support. Him and Revamp are going to be a sick duo. Not too much known about this red guy, but, you know, he took a little break in April. He's back in May. He's winning. Look at all these games. Off lane. And then you got Dill, and he's just a standard carry. He knows what he needs to do. He's gonna be. He's kind of like he's like a Yawar, you know. The carry that's there is gonna give you, you know, what you got with him. I see a lot of Dill and Obelisk very similar carries levels. You know, they give you what you expect from them. I think this team, WSS Kobolds, is looking and is made for the win. One thing I should mention is Gambit is also on an intermediate team. So he's on two teams. So I don't know what team he'll favor when they can't make it. He says he has subs ready, but subs fall through even when you say they are ready. I'm going to blow my nose because my nose this whole entire time has been stuffy. Okay. I feel like I can breathe, but at the same time, I don't think I can. Next team, Evil Fantasy. Evil Fantasy last season played. They were under a different name that is escaping me. They were in Division Two. I don't really have that high standards for them. They had a player that did hit Ancient. I don't think he's on the team anymore. They don't have enough players either. They need a fifth on their roster, so they better hurry up. I think it's just a fun team. Fun fact: Venom has won an AD2L championship in intermediate. Was my pause 5 when I played for Cosmics. Always nice to see that he's come back. He's leading the team to victory. AMHLC 1240. No idea, honestly, with this team. I looked at their team very briefly. I have no idea. I think they're a middle ground team. Some of them play a lot, some don't. Uh, I think their team has potential, but they have to play enough. This guy, I think, took a break. A lot of players taking a break, and coming back, but he turned on his Dota buff profile. I look at it, I could say that he does not look like a Smurf. You look at his games played, a support player as well. So that's cool. This team probably top half that I kind of see. Pod agreed. This is another team. Okay, so I clicked their team. This team has potential to maybe be a top 4 team. I've never played. I've never really seen these guys, but kind of looking at their MMR, there's potential. These guys have been playing a lot of Dota, and that can be key as well if you're playing Dota, because some people kind of run out of that Dota and just don't play it that much. Now, Rob Boss hasn't been playing as much, but he's probably saving it coming up. The guy looks like he does well. A lot of Wind Ranger games though. I think this guy. I think their team potential top 4 team. Pandomium. I've heard of this snowstorm guy. He okay. And that's about it. I'm clicking them really fast, making sure everybody gets a chance to kind of look at their Dota buff. I don't know. I don't have any comment on these guys because I don't know. They're probably middle of the pack, maybe lower of the pack. There's not much to. I like to see what they play quickly. I like to see their activity. I don't see too much in possible mid of the pack. The issue is really until a couple weeks in, you don't really know people, personalities. Is their team gonna stay together? What's gonna happen to them? And team backwoods. A lot of games on this guy. Legend 1. Legend 1. Archon 1. Playing games though. This team plays a lot of games. And that's kind of key, right? Legend 4. Still playing Dota, man. When you play this much Dota, you know the meta. You're warmed up. This team could potentially do okay. This guy is Crusader 4. And if he is their mid, maybe he plays. Oh, it looks like he's played support with them. Okay. I'd like to see him play a lot more support. Because maybe he's just on it as their support and he doesn't want to play support. But the only way you're going to know your role is if you play support. You can't be playing mid in your pubs. So hopefully this guy plays a lot of support in his pubs, starts practicing, Getting good at it. He'll probably climb too. He'll learn a lot about Dota. He won't be so blinded playing mid. Oh, Jesus, what's this team? What? An AD2L team just popped up. Oh, Tribulb's team. He was looking for a mid today. He's 5 players. No comment on that team. Team of 2. So they're going to have to get a team. There might be one more team coming to Contender, man. There might be 17 teams. But we saw there is a handful of teams that do not meet the standard to play in AD2L. So please go do that. Please. Rice Bros, PSGS. It's my first time. God, there's so many new teams. Evil Fantasy. And I think there was like one other team, but I said they probably are. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 teams right now that 100% do not meet the criteria. Now we'll move on. By the way, this was, I won't lie, this was a little rushed. It could have continued, but you know. Week 1 predictions, guys. SGS versus Routers. Rohan. Routers of Rohan. Win off of forfeit. It happens every season, guys. I'm telling you. People from last season, people that are watching from this season that are interested. A team always forfeits in the first week. They don't have their shit together. A team takes their forfeit wins. Why wouldn't you? Like, I'm together. I'd rather play some pubs. Why do I have to play at a disadvantage? There is a Dota 2 FAQ. There's tickets. The admins have stated multiple times captains are supposed to be in the Discord. You have content telling you to get your shit together. If you can't get it together by the time you have to play against Router, Rohan, you don't deserve. You do not deserve to play. You really don't. And it's kind of a shame for Routers of Rohan. I will say, if another team also forfeits, that generally those two teams will face each other in friendly scrims. So if you're on Routers of Rohan, I recommend you stay. Team Backwoods, I like their name, Pandemonium. I think it's going to be 1-1. Both these teams I said were going to kind of be middle of the pack. Don't know much about them, so I can't really say. It was AMHL. See, just distract myself. A team that I said probably not a Smurf on their team. I think so. Pot of Greed, aka Pog, aka Path of Guardians, aka Yu-Gi-Oh, AMHLC. I think Pot of Greed is going to be a secret team. I think they might 2-0. Let me just double check. New teams always have a hard time. Yeah. We're going to do that. Maybe they don't. I don't know. This is kind of a guess. The safest guess would be 1-1. Where is Seth's team? I don't know, man. I don't know. Who says Seth has a team? Question mark. He's working on a team, that's for sure. Evil Fantasy versus WS Kobolds. I think it's just going to be 2-0 for... Oh, wait. An 0-2 for WSS. I think WS Kobolds are the best team. Evil Fantasy still only has 4 out of 5 players on their roster, and their team is mostly from Division 2 last season. I don't think they'll be able to take on Honestly, every team that faces WSS Kobolds, I will be saying 2-0 unless the roster changes a lot. But with this current roster, I don't see who wins. Maybe one of the teams, maybe Pot of Greed, AMHLC, one of the new teams, take them on. But WSS Kobolds definitely rank one. S tier before season starts. Nobody else in S tier. Extra Knives, not Extra Lives, versus FO2P, Fellowship of the Ping, guys. I think it's gonna be 0-2. And the reason why I think it's gonna be 1-1. FOTP throws a game. My girlfriend is calling me on my phone. I'll call her in 5 minutes. Jesus. Hopefully her first day back to work went well. We won't be doing Archon, it looks like. Savage Sabres versus It's My First Time. I have a feeling it's my first time. Forfeit win. Savage Sabres. Guys, I can't spell. Savage Sabres will get the forfeit win. It's my first time. I'm feeling well forfeit. So possibly Routers of Rohan and Savage Sabres scrim on Thursday. Just maybe. Next, we got Petting Zoo versus Red 5. Rematch of the ages. I think this is the closest, most exciting matchup this week, though. I think a close one is Fellowship of the Ping and Extra Knives. I have a feeling they did something in this bracket. Because we get to see Dan's team face Jake's team. You know, they have a little rivalry, friendships. We have Petting Zoo versus Red 5 standing by. I think this is pretty exciting. I'm gonna say 1-1. I'm gonna say they're gonna leave us in suspense for the playoffs. I think Red 5 can win and beat Petting Zoo. I think they just have to make sure they play and do what they do. You know, like stick to what they're good at. Stop Petting Zoo doing what they're good at. Petting Zoo is very linear with their drafts. Stop them. Stop them. Don't give them what they want. And I think that's what Red 5 did wrong last time. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, and what am I? I'm a guy that just spent 30 minutes looking at Dota buffs and making predictions. Though I have watched quite a bit of Contender Dota, specifically on certain teams. We can't ignore that. Lastly, Spiked Esports and Rice Bros. Oops. Spiked Esports v Rice Bros equals probably not happening because one team Smurfs. And Seth's team. Not complete. Not complete yet. Seth's team, not complete yet. There we go, guys. Team 18. There we go. We got solid spelling in there. Those are my predictions for the week. I hope you enjoyed this Contender content. Maybe in the future, it'll be a little bit better, especially once I know more teams, see kind of their roles. A lot of people really go in depth with teams and everything. I just wanted to do as much of a first glance as possible. Maybe we do some deep dives in the future. Remember, Fireside Chat, DM me if you are interested in being a guest. 10-minute interview. We could talk the shit. We could talk about you. You could do whatever you want, man. 10 to 20 minutes. I have one up with Harbinger. I think that lasted 30 minutes. But Harb, you know what? He's a talkative guy, and I knew a lot about him. And there was some drama with him, so I was able to discuss with him about that. So, some of these guests I'll know absolutely nothing about, and hopefully we can crack that egg. Thank you. This is Week 1, Season 28 predictions with Fireman for Contender. GG, no re. Thank you all for watching.